want to get a quick video of the car here. Just kind of show you some things. Pretty typical of these, has some stickiness at the interior. Actually, this one's better than most. And one of the tricks to that, getting rid of the stickiness, is actually Neutrogena makeup removal wipes. Totally takes away the stickiness, but sometimes you can still get a little bit of film on there. This one's not too bad though. And this actually still has the buttons left on it, which is pretty rare. 56,390 miles. See the parking sensor comes on there. It's one of the front ones. They still work. I don't really know what the story is with it. And occasionally they'll see that right there, which is a it's a suspension light that will come on occasionally, and I don't know what it's from. I've scanned the car and haven't really seen anything, not enough to my knowledge to know what to do with it. So obviously it still drives great. Seats and carpets and everything are all in really good shape. Headliners, all the Alcantara, which is nice. I've seen a lot of these Quattroportes that have really pretty rough interiors, and there's a lot of leather in these, and so you see like the funky gap right there. It's pretty typical of these, but this one's actually in better shape than most. I've had 3 kids in the back with car seats. It's kind of nice, a car that can perform this well, that can do that. There is some wear on these corners right here. One small little ding. It's barely noticeable. That would actually buff out, but it's a slight indentation there. A paintless dent removal person could get that out though. There's some minor scratches around the car. I have not tried to buff any of this stuff. I've just been driving it as like a daily driver or an extra car for us, so I haven't been too worried about that. There's 2 little bit more significant dings right here, about dime size. It actually shows up pretty good in the video here. That one and that one right there. Some rock chip. You can see here, it kind of looks grayish. There is this little spot of like the leather is kind of come loose. Honestly, you could probably pull this trim piece off and re-glue that leather down, but I just haven't messed with it. The windshield's in really good shape. No chips or dings or anything like that in there. I don't know if it'll really show up. There's some minor little scratches on the hood. You can actually see one kind of right there. Again, I haven't tried to buff out any of this, but they'd probably come out. Headlights are like brand new. So that's nice, no buffing or anything needed there. Overall, it's an awesome car. I love driving it. I am not sad to keep it for as long as I need to, but it's also an extra for us right now. So if somebody wants to buy it, great. Let me know if you have any other questions. Let's go for a quick drive here. You can see how the car drives. It's currently in like the standard mode. I like to drive it in sport. Stiffens up the suspension a little bit, holds the gears a little bit longer. And then if you put it over here into manual mode, then you can use the paddle shifters. I find if the car is in manual mode, or I'm sorry, in sport mode, but in drive still, that the transmission's actually quite intuitive, and you can still use the paddles if you want. And then if you don't use them for a little bit, the car pops itself back into an automatic mode. I had a Grand Sport before this that had the dual select type of like a true double clutch manual transmission with paddle shifters. And though it was fun and pretty intense driving it, it wasn't as easy, which is nice on these. If I can get out of traffic here a little bit. It's a bit more open road. Car sounds amazing. Definitely don't suggest doing this one-handed if you can help it. It's a lot more fun with two hands on the paddles. So yeah, this is drive. If you're in drive, you can still reach down. If you look on the instrument cluster, you see there's a D on there. You can always still shift it manually. Just grab the shifters and it'll shift itself up to 6th gear or downshift. And you notice if I come up to the stop here, it just puts itself back into drive. Really a fun car for dual purpose if you want to use it daily but also have some fun on a back road and that kind of thing. And I just don't think you can beat the sound on any car. This thing just sounds glorious. Having driven many Ferraris and Maseratis also, and Porsches and stuff, this car is just intoxicating, the sound of it. Tesla will blow the doors off of it, but you can't get the sound out of it.